I had a couple of examples, but the one that I like the most is where pricing became a strategic revenue driver. And the sales team said that the gross margin of every transaction was 40%, 40. And then every time we would close the books from the finance side, gross margin would be 20%, like literally half. So of course, like everyone doesn't like no one likes the finance numbers, right? Because the other ones are better. And I've seen this at multiple companies that the operational dashboards are often much better, much more positive than the financial actual numbers. So then what I had to do is to first of all bridge the gap, of course, to find out, like, are we missing something on the finance side? Are we putting too many costs in there that don't belong there? Is it in accounting, like some mislabeling or whatever it is? In the end, of course, the finance numbers tend to be right because it's cash-based ultimately, right? So we have those costs or we don't have those costs. We did have them. And it turned out that the 20% was right. And the difference between the operational dashboards and the finance numbers were that rebates, discounts, and some like free products, free services were not in there. So often sales gives a rebate or a discount, or they say you buy 100, you only have to pay for 90 because you're a new client or whatever it is, right? So then I had to actually allocate that at client level, and of course the data wasn't possible. To deliver this. It was too difficult. You couldn't match it, etc. So I had to do it a bit in a manual way. And then it turned out quite shockingly that many customers, we hardly made a margin. And the number one customer, they were doing about 30% of the revenue at that time. They made 0% gross margin. So I'm not even talking about any margins underneath, right? So then with the new metrics showing the true profitability of the clients, I showed that it's impossible to become profitable as a company if you're not even selling on a margin, right? So, and then I decided to start a new department. Like the pricing department didn't exist, so I hired a pricing director and I made him report into me as the CFO. So not working for sales, because then it would be like the discount director and not the pricing director, right? So I took him and then I said all the pricing decisions now go through this person. And I discussed with him everything. I abolished all the rebate programs, all the discount programs, so we don't do them anymore. When they come up for renewal, just say we don't have it anymore. Of course, there will be exceptions. The exceptions have to go through the new pricing director and myself as CFO. How to structure it if you want to give a rebate. You can do it, but only if they actually increase the volumes with us, not just a rebate for rebate's sake, because what's the point, right? It's just a race to the bottom.